Oh dear.
So let me tell you about Master Pottery. It's a pottery making game, which requires you to grind like hell to actually unlock things. Which is why we will not be starting a new save, we will be using mine. I'm on day 49 of the career mode.
Holy shit.
And there is no other mode. So, yeah.
Are you streaming it, Lloyd?
He is.
Okay. It's just not showing online yet for some reason.
Refresco.
So, welcome to my showroom.
Oh yeah.
This is where I have all of my silly pottery.
Fire. The poor.
Did you also name these?
The Chaos Emerald.
Okay.
Incense. Shell oil.
You're talking about the Chaos Emeralds?
Olive oil.
I've got them right here.
Ooh, that's fun. Goda.
And we have an empty booth. So we need to make some pottery.
I think we do.
Yeah. So, in order to make pottery, we must go to the making screen. But first, a quick summary about this game and its storyline. You have a friend. This friend owned a pottery showroom. But then he wanted to travel abroad and to widen his horizons. So he said, hey, you, take care of my pottery showroom. I know you're good at making pottery. And yeah, you make pottery, you put it in the showroom, tourists arrive and take pictures and babble a lot, and then they pay you.
And now we're charging 12 cents admission and the place is in shambles.
Exactly. So, let's make some pottery, shall we?
Yep.
Now we can either work indoors or outdoors. I prefer to work outdoors.
But outdoors gives more flavor. Yeah. From all the insects landing in the pottery.
Wait, why does your pottery have flavor?
Why not?
You don't eat your pottery.
Speak for yourself.
Out of it. It's like how you season your cutting board when you make steak.
So, what do we want to make?
A lot of right angles.
How about a gun then?
Yeah.
How would you make that shape in real life?
Use a tool.
I was about to say, use one of the
Extreme
numerous
centrifugal
tools.
force.
Always have a flared base.
Oh no, that doesn't look it.
But yeah, as much as you can fuck around, you actually lose the smoothness of the piece by making major and weird changes, and then you have to work the smoothness up to make the piece actually resemble, you know, worked pottery. Beautiful. The hell is this thing?
It's a lamp.
I think you made a dreidel.
Dreidel, I made you out of clay.
That's how it goes.
Then we can put parts onto it, and each and every one of these parts must be purchased separately in the store. They unlock on certain days and they are very expensive. That is why we're using my save. Put a cap on the top there.
The cap weirdly underwhelming in comparison to the rest. I don't know.
A little bit, perhaps.
Maybe this a waste, so.
Spout.
It's a ribbit for her pleasure. Yeah, I'm not sure if we actually should put any specific parts on this thing.
Maybe a decoration, maybe?
Perhaps a grip so that you can actually lift the damn thing?
Yeah, I think it will make for a good ways.
I just imagine this thing falling over and there being a disaster. I mean, I guess that's true of all pottery, come to think of it.
Yeah. Pretty much all pottery that isn't completely flat. And then we go into the firing process. Where it's a
yes, the
minigame,
firefly.
where we have to keep
Don't
the thing
explode it.
at exactly the right temperature in order to not completely ruin it. This is where the majority of your work's quality is decided, so don't fuck this one up or you can just throw that thing in the trash. Just like in real life.
This high heat part is to give it a crispy crust.
Now comes the fun part, where we get to glaze and paint.
Ooh.
There are a number of glazes that you can apply to change the overall surface of the piece. Some of these are more popular with the tourists than others. These glazes are also ludicrously expensive.
I mean, yeah. That would be good for ways.
Is this the part where you can import art?
Yes, you can.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I don't know which one of my computer's many folders it will open to do that, so I'm a bit leery. We can also paint our piece.
That was nice.
So at this point, it looks like a piece of set decoration in Star Trek for the most part.
Make it with a good old Poland look. Let's make a Polish ways.
I've never seen the Great Pottery Throwdown. Sounds violent.
But you can make it gradation? Really?
Of course you can.
I gotta say, I don't know if I like this glaze generally, this texture.
Thankfully, we can change that.
Good. Already made that joke, reader. Sorry.
Animal glaze is the most boring one.
Yeah.
I kind of like the ice cracker myself.
Yeah.
We can also part our colors individually.
Oh. Black handle.
We'll call
It
this
goes-
one the nipple piercing.
Fire in the hole.
Then we'll see how the game reviews it. Perfect crafting skill. Double S rank.
Yeah. That's clear.
Not triple S.
Oh,
Me will buy. Do it.
no.
Nip it.
Oh.
Curse my Swedish keyboard. Alright, well now we've fucked around a bit, so shall we actually try to make something that looks like it belongs in a showroom?
Sure.
Yeah, make
No.
A very vocal vote there.
Fuck no.
Just make a bowl. Just make a bowl that you'd like buy from IKEA.
We can also change the standard clay we're using.
Ooh.
If we want a
Make
different
nice
starting color.
yarn place.
I
That
like
seems
the
like a bowl. Bowl would be actually kind of nice.
Or how about a bong?
A bong. My god, JC. A bong.
A bong.
Basing this entirely on a glass bowl that I have standing on my desk right now.
Mm. If you press that foot icon up in the upper left, you get to throw it using your feet.
No, just
Oh,
head into our
sure.
indoor work area instead. I also like that we have a little radio there, but it doesn't actually play any music. Right. There's really no point in putting any pieces on this thing, I suspect.
Not really, no.
Let's just smooth her out a bit. And go into the firing. And then comes the part where Arthur has to not fuck up. Should be noted that this is actually a fair bit more difficult than it seems.
Yeah, it seems it's like you probably have to like click a lot. It's like those damn balancing mini games.
Yeah. And it does not take a lot to drop your craft score either. If you get less than a 5.0, you can just forget getting anything over an A rank. Now, how do we glaze this baby? The Chanmu, perhaps.
Hey, yeah, something Asian would be cool with it, huh?
The food will get caught in the texture.
No,
It has to be smooth. It's a bowl.
Yeah, well, it is smooth. Buddy.
Alright.
That's how glazing works. You form it and then you glaze over it.
Ah. Learning about pottery. They tried to get us to do pottery in high school once.
Let's see. Let me temporarily stop the game capture and open the custom pattern and see where does this thing go. Ah, that's where it goes. Alright. Most of these images are inoffensive.
Right, oh great. On the other hand, I don't have cable, so perfect. The
Nailed
latest
it
piece
in
of
one.
merch. They just can't help themselves.
That does not really fit on there.
No, not on this one, no.
Can you make it so you look into his face if you look down into the bowl?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess we could, like, pull it off screen like so, but that just deletes it, I believe.
Yeah.
Just as well.
This isn't truly 3D game.
Could put some little markers on there. But the problem with a very basic piece like this is that there's really no point in doing anything with it.
Yeah.
The only thing I can imagine if we want to paint it a bit.
Yeah, something a little darker.
The traditional dungeon, perhaps?
I cannot do like the purple as well. Could go well with cyan.
Buddha yellow?
Let me open up my color wheel here.
You can't get the very top of it.
Actually, that's just a tiny border.
So basically, the colors to go with cyan are pink and lime green.
Oh, I got plenty of lime green. Got fresh green, baby. Bamboo green.
He's remembering his color wheel knowledge from Virtue's last reward.
Yes.
Betray, betray.
Your daily dose is ready, Doc. Let's see what the critics have to say about this piece.
Do I
Absolute
count as a
trash.
critic? Oh.
Alright, what do we name this shameless little thing?
Ocean Bowl?
Bowl? Brilliant. No,
Ocean Bowl.
no one would ever have thought of this.
Call it eat your stupid ramen out of this, you loser.
Fucking weeb, get out of my face. Alright. Then we will slap either piercing or bowl here. Which work would you rather that we display?
In art gallery.
Bowl.
Piercing.
It's so damn hideous.
And we can rotate it as well to
think
get
that's
the
fine.
best possible angle here.
The most intimidating angle.
I mean, your only mistake was associating a biological element with it. It looks okay otherwise. Except maybe the pinstripes.
Right, we only have enough inspiration to make 2 pieces a day, so
Yeah.
let's see what the crowds think.
It used up all our inspiration making that bowl.
That was a rough morning.
I also
Wait,
love the
okay.
fact that our character managed to squeeze out 2 pieces of pottery a day,
Yeah,
including painting and glazing.
The hell pot is what you might call a deconstruction of a teapot.
Also, holy crap, that's a lot of visitors for one museum.
Yeah,
It cost 10 cents, bro.
I'm a pretty big deal.
Heat.
Well, alright, it seems that Piercing has gained a following of 44 on its first day. Not bad, not bad.
A following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, all your pieces build up heat, and the more heat it has, the more people it will attract.
The more stands. For
Yeah.
But I
that
guess the heat will
particular
also go down.
pottery.
Let's see, we have a letter here. Arthur here. Let's see here. Alright. I'm here. I really like Hellpot, especially the design. Seeing it makes me joyful. Can I buy it? Do we want to sell
$13.
the Hellpot?
For
Sure.
1,380 yen?
It's not a lot of money. to be
Not
honest.
really, no.
It's new yen, okay?
Is that much money in this game or not?
No, it isn't. He is undercutting us here.
Yeah, no.
I think we
Sorry,
could probably get a
Ken.
pizza.
There's also
Maybe.
new items in the store. Let's see what has been added.
Holy shit.
New. Some basic patterns. Oh shit, we can get a dachshund.
The fuck?
A very low poly dachshund, so to speak. But fine. We also now have access to a horse. But yeah,
I
All
love
video
how
game
fucking
horses
high-
just look stupid.
I love how fucking HD the horse look compared to everything else.
yeah, you can tell where they have grabbed their art, suffice to say. I still also haven't bought the purple clay, which which doesn't look purple at
Purple
all.
clay. Purple clay.
But yeah, I have been grinding this game on and off to get the basic stuff for this potential stream, since otherwise you start off the game just making unpainted, unglazed pottery.
This game has weird progression.
Yeah, very much so. There are also all of these really silly gradation patterns, which I really enjoy because they're terrible.
Yeah, not great.
Didn't mean to get this one. And of course the Christmas celebration patterns.
Oy.
Yeah, nothing really particularly interesting, unfortunately.
I mean, Chinese one looked pretty nice.
I wonder, do I have anything interesting in my warehouse to work with? I don't think so. I just have some of my really early works that I haven't felt like selling, like the Bavaria, for example. An obvious B rank.
Bavaria is terrible, I tell you.
And the Holy Grail,
Sure.
the B, which
It's more
was
of a
my first
goblet.
double S. Then just stupid shit. This was my first triple S rank where I just made a classic piece of Chinese pottery and then I made it gold so everyone likes it. It's made out of gold!
Audience. Like, I wonder what's like the rating system. Like, what makes things popular?
It has to be smoothly done, no abrupt changes in shape, no sharp angles, and they like the more expensive later glazes more. Which means that buying better glazes is essentially just a straight power up.
So they basically have a bad taste. Got it.
Yep.
What are we doing now?
I don't know, it's up to you.
I mean,
Build it to the heavens.
we gotta do a bong, right? I mean,
How about an elephant?
Might be a bit tricky to make an elephant, unfortunately.
a barbell. Dumbbell, rather.
That would have the correct weight for me, I assume.
1 million pounds.
Oh no, no, we're not doing good so well with the smoothness right now.
I really like making something tall, shaping it, and then using the tools to shrink it, because then you get these really neat little things that you can then screw around with. Now, for example, I'm curious, can we get a grip that is suitably shaped? That should be workable.
Should put 3 grips on it.
Unfortunately, all the parts fiddling is just that, fiddling. There's no way to copy settings. Because there is a copy button, but that only creates a copy of the part itself. Et voilà.
Looks pretty nice.
What would you put in that?
Baby food.
You're right.
Each leaf looks pretty cool flower base.
It's a vase that is designed for the elderly because it can be grabbed by the stem in the middle and carried, or by either of the handle or by both handles.
Especially of shaky hands.
It's an accessibility vase. Let's try not to fuck up. Oh, fucking up, fucking up. Pottery with more added part become more volatile, which makes it harder to actually keep the heat right. Whoa. Yeah.
For me, it seems like the oven is the part that is volatile here.
Traditional animal base on that thing, maybe?
Yeah, that's it. I would be pretty okay with it. Maybe something nice in color. For the elderly. That looks a bit too sharp and evil for elderly.
The elderly love sharp and evil.
That looks surprisingly neat.
Classic Clausen blue.
I'd say, yeah.
Then we
I
just put
feel
a
it needs something yellow.
dachshund on there. If there's one thing the elderly like, it's dachshunds.
Not only them.
Oh, actually, can you actually like actually make it a bit more wider so it goes around the thing?
Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, it doesn't stretch more than this.
Oh man. Eh, good enough.
Can make a really small dachshund. Unfortunately, the dachshund sort of ruins the entire design, but that's the question entirely.
Can you make the rest of it red?
Do you mean the entire
I
vase
guess,
itself?
yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Sure, not a problem.
Thank you.
Do you want china red? Rose red, perhaps?
No. Yeah. Or
We continue
Sounds
further.
rose red.
We also have some cherry berry and jade red.
I think China red is what I'm looking for, actually.
The Ferrari of the pottery world.
At this point, I'm in the classic.
Well,
This-
no, it's just because putting red, blue, and yellow together like this is scientifically the most hideous combination.
Yes! Oh no!
Destroyed! I'm sure the customers will love it.
I feel my eyes bleeding.
Good. Then we were successful.
Nay.
Merely an S rank.
You know?
Hot dog.
Accessivase. Accessivase. Right, it looks like it's time to be raced towards Italians now.
My works are universally racist. They detest every ethnicity.
This is the opening to your TED Talk.
Yeah. I came here today to tell you that no matter the color of your skin or where you're from, I hate your ass. Get out of here. I don't care if you were born here. Get out.
Make just a 55-gallon drum. Amazing.
Why would you do this?
So you can transport liquid goods.
I was about to say, was that like a real question or are you just stupid?
I mean, I know why would you do it, but there's usually more better material these days.
Yeah, they're usually cyan or black.
Hey, look, it's a waste basket.
It actually
Yeah.
is.
Firing this thing would actually be sort of interesting because, I mean, let's look at it. Yeah, all you
so
need to do is just find the right
Perfect.
temperature and you can just walk away. You don't need to worry about this thing. Alright. There we go. No.
I love it.
And do we have a warning pattern or something?
Maybe. Ooh, nice. That actually looks quite good, actually.
Yeah.
There we go. Warning markers.
I think a bit more darker yellow, maybe.
Yeah, it's difficult to get the yellow much darker.
Yeah, there's some weird choices for color options in this.
I think it's a cyan.
I really don't see why they don't just let you RGB.
Well, you have to buy them.
Yeah, since you had to pay for them individually.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, that actually looks quite cool, actually. I can add a bit.
I also like that you can move up and you
What?
can peek inside, because if you put it to
Oh.
double-sided drawing, it will draw the same design on the inside.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Huh.
Quadruple S.
Usually how it
Oh.
goes.
The design was too simple. It is simply an A.
Oh,
So, what do we name this brilliant piece?
Binette.
Drum or trash can?
Damn drum.
Ah,
Trash.
Elker's got a good one. It's trash. Uno, dos, trash.
Quattro. Where?
In happy save. See how much for the next booth anyway? Ooh, 15,000. Yeah, sure, why not? Now, putting trash out there won't actually help us since it's merely an A rank and it is joined by triple and double S ranks, but I'll still
We're
leave it
making
up
it
to
this
you.
way.
I mean, the bow did pretty well.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you which pieces we will actually put out here.
Excessive ace.
The excessive vase. Yes. Yes.
If you actually want to go well... Oh boy, that's gonna be such a horrible thing for people to watch.
If they do not understand my art,
It's
they can
art.
fuck off.
Yeah.
It has to be stupid and terrible.
You heard it here first, folks.
I worked a year at our art museum. I know how these things go.
So that's how you get good at art.
The more pretentious, the better.
That wasn't a good day.
The excessive vase did get a heat rating of 40, so people are apparently liking it. Somehow.
How does that...
I think it's time to raise the cost of admission.
How much?
To 15 cents.
A bold move, but alright. Let's see, there's something new in the store. Oh, look at that. That's a neat little pattern, let's buy that. Let's use that on something. And
Like
this time we
equalizer.
got a cow? It had,
Bull.
or is it just a running dog with big floppy ears?
It's a running dog, I think.
Alright. Welcome aboard, dog.
Well, that's a good one.
Visitor feedback. The new work is great. Stop lying.
I like a commentary now. There's some good comments going on for the chat.
Whoever commented on you is also a pretentious asshole, so it's fine.
What next? A pile of dirt.
Can you make it as wide as possible?
Make a vinyl record.
Maybe an hourglass?
Big boy goblet.
Goblet for big
This is what-
boys.
This is what you drink your mixture of whey protein, nootropic stack, testosterone out of.
Ah, yes, the bull cup.
The big gulplet. Right,
It'd
the
be good to
question
get
is... There you go. Put a straw on there so it's easier to drink from.
Okay.
How will that even work?
Brilliantly, that's how.
This hurts to watch.
I would use it for my rum.
Put a spout on each side so that you could go on a date with it and be like, drink out of each side.
Very clever. You can also make a very small spout or a very big spout. Perfect. I have no idea what we're doing.
The black elephant.
How are you supposed to glaze this ugly piece of shit?
Very
Whew.
carefully.
There we go.
Glaze it with a candy coating. And invite patrons to lick it. Ah, like it was a goblet filled with blood.
I mean, that's actually kind of stylish. Could also maybe use some gradient.
It sucks that there's like a seam where like the pattern meets up with itself.
Yeah.
It's not really even.
Yeah, I mean the game is fairly limited in that regard. Now we're
Oh, give it
big
give
old
it
dog.
2 eyes where the spout is the nose.
Put some eyes on there? Sure, let's see here.
Yeah. And I guess a mouth at this point, right? You have to.
It has to be done. Question if we have anything that can work as a mouth. I'm a bit limited here. Suppose maybe we can.
We could like use one of the lines and such. Actually, kind of seem like there may be a rip pattern. Oh.
Amazing.
Ugh.
Sibella.
Please burn in fire. He's completely okay with the fire.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, steady if you're seeing it like this. And you're coming around the pedestal and it just slowly comes into view.
Well,
You slowly walk away
apparently
again.
at some point, kind of like
Mhm.
character goblets and character teapots are pretty popular. So.
Yeah.
This was a murder.
Yeah, the top of his head has been cut off and there's blood everywhere, so whoever this was, they didn't like him much.
To be honest, I probably just buy this as a friend for something like a gift.
So what's his name?
Hello.
I can see you.
Hello.
And the game just says, are you sure about this? Is this what you have been aspiring to as an artist?
to think of another one.
Well, yeah, that's the game. Hmm. Maybe it was something like
A larva. Yeah.
oh, that looks kind of nice, kind of classic design. White or brown? All right.
Do we want any parts on this?
What
Hmm,
is it?
I'd say maybe a top.
I
Why
feel
would
we have to stud it.
why would you even have those studs?
This is a dwarven vase. They can't help studying everything.
Let's see here. We can't triple this up. There you go.
Can't even smell like symmetry button.
No.
Nope.
Lame.
I remember this game being quite cheap, wasn't it?
Yes. See, there you go. With this, it's easy to carry.
And it can be integrated into clockwork.
You're
Yeah.
very concerned about how people will carry your art piece that is on display.
Yeah, because people will
You're
buy
trying
them.
to get it stolen to collect the insurance. No.
Yeah, people will buy them sooner or later.
Alright.
Then I wanted to have a piece that they can move about easily at home.
I mean, we don't want your interns to drop your art pieces.
Yeah. And I'm thinking here that with this design you can, for example, put a plate on here without fear of it falling off the edges, or you can hang smaller vases off it if you decide to make a bit of a flower installation around it.
Or you could fracture the skull of a burglar.
Yeah. I mean, everything is a weapon if you're just creative enough. By the way, if anyone wants to open up Paint or Photoshop and draw something completely stupid and drop it in the Discord, I can use that to put on a vase at any time, just so you know.
Hell yeah.
There's just one condition, it has to look better than the duck's one.
Oof, that'd be tough. This one, I wonder if it is actually honestly better unglazed.
I'd say so, but I think the
I don't think the game's gonna agree.
Yeah.
Those judges, you always have to put in like a thyme leaf.
Oh, that actually looked very nice.
You must spend some extra time fiddling while people create various graphic works for me to import.
Let's see. DeviantArt.com.
Arthur the Hedgehog. Enter.
It's a mouse, though.
Should call this one.
Arrgh.
Should call this one 16 flowers.
I don't know. I'm not sure I even want these patterns. I feel like I'm still reaching out here.
If you meant to post a link, Ryudi's, it did not show up.
Brutalism at its finest.
This one's called Beetlejuice.
C'est brilliant.
Also, for this, you cannot actually link anything in the chat.
Yeah,
Like that this thing rotates by just mirroring. It doesn't actually turn it on its side, thus making it perfectly pointless.
Why? Why?
Ryudi's, I'll send you a link to the Discord if you're not already in. Post it there. Oh, never mind. Block whispers from strangers. I don't blame you, but
I feel the more you add on to this, the more you detract from like the strength of its simplicity.
I don't know. I kinda like it.
Firing again.
We're yet to create any real masterpieces on this stream, but that's just how it is
Disagree.
sometimes. Right, next exhibition day is a holiday, which means more visitors. Let's see how that matches up with Body Gripple's desire to make them skint. Of course, we have an amazing showroom, so thousands of people will be visiting anyway.
We are probably just leeching off another real exhibition, right?
We just have the corner room in one of the major art museums of the world. It's unsure how we got this spot, but we refuse to move out. New record, yeah! Big money!
somewhat big.
Another letter, from whom? From Dinyen. Dinyen wants to buy shell for 3,180.
Sure, that one wasn't getting any more heat, was it?
No, it's maxed out. Which means that we now have an empty booth. Aha, so what are we slapping down there? Ah, this is fantastic. It starts it out, turned away.
It knows. So
Should
scary.
slightly tilt it away.
Yeah, honestly, I sort of agree because it's almost better when it's like looking at you at a very slight angle. New object in the store. A basic wave pattern. Sure, let's buy it. Test. I mean, wouldn't you think that this would be like part of the first items you could buy?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Like there's like no hero days like hero level like what you gonna get.
Yeah.
Alright. I find it weird you have to buy so many of these things to begin with.
Well, like,
Alright,
we know
feedback.
actually how to actually
People want to see
big
some
line
new
of-
works. Oh no.
Can't help.
Do they seriously expect me to remove some of my old classics like the pagoda?
I guess it's time to change the new one soon.
Trash.
Green today.
Thing is, I don't think I have any images on my machine that are a decent fit for this.
I sent you some random one. Discord.
Alright, I'll check that out as soon as we're done throwing this baby. Let's make this baby thick in all the right places.
Aha.
I call it the tip over.
How does it keep up? No one knows.
It doesn't. It falls over from time to time. That's why we call it a tip over. Et voila. This thing does not need any parts. The question is which color we want it to be.
Something with a warm tone.
Hot
Yeah.
pink.
I think it would be nice.
Warmer than.
Unfortunately, we do not have any pink clay to work with.
Damn.
Maybe red.
The red one is so boring though, but alright.
True. Well, true. Yeah, the red one is kind of boring. Green?
White is the closest we'll get. Ah, screw it. Once we fired it, we'll just paint it anyway.
True.
We have a lot more colors to work with. Then it's better to use the white clay because then most colors actually show up properly. Right, decent work in that. Now it's time to pop into the Discord. See what manner of mysterious images we have been sent. Oh yeah,
I don't think you're going to be very impressed.
Let's save some images, yeah. I'm not even sure that is where it's actually looking for the files. No, it's looking in here for some reason. That's the thing, isn't it? That's why I had some issues earlier actually grabbing the images I wanted to find when we were painting, because they put them in the wrong spot. Oh well. Let's take a look at what body grip is suggesting. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's the right angle right there. Now watch as this video gets flagged by someone like, oh my god, you're stealing my art.
Yeah, no. I don't think there's a problem.
Love this lizard.
That's what I like.
That's what I like, baby.
Threshold.
I am curious as does this... No. The image capture window doesn't seem to be showing up on the stream actually. Well, that's handy. Let's see here. Porn, not porn. See, that's an image of the mother of my dog to be. Ah, but here we go. Art.
Amazing.
Very, very Rubens-esque.
I love the crying cat.
You would. Come on, Elkery, your hair is a lot curlier than that cat's. An S. Good. Elkery wants us to make a piece of pottery to be named 2020.
Can you smash bots?
Unfortunately, no.
That's the most fun. That's the most fun part of being a popper. You have like a hissy fit and you just toss your artwork into pieces.
Talking from experience, I see.
So, it's the greatest form of catharsis.
this case, I suppose yellow clay actually works. Terrible craft score incoming. I also want to point out that the streams I've been doing all this week, I have not been recording, but this thing I'm recording.
Of course.
Because this needs to go on YouTube. Just my once per year upload of a random game.
It will make your friend go, oh hey, he's back!
And then once they turn on notifications, then you sell your account to the Chinese. This makes it look like brass that's been dipped in Kool-Aid.
Perfect.
Yep.
How would you make an olive face?
Very, very carefully.
You can sort of make the nose.
So we are only doing the half nose?
What more could you possibly need? Yeah. I have a lot of random images lying around here. Let's see
I
here.
sent you the Coca-Cola logo.
Perfect.
If you want to try getting a branding deal.
A picture I took myself.
Ah.
But it doesn't really work, does it?
I'd say not.
No. Just rifling through my pictures I took when I was in Japan to see if we have any neat images to work with.
Oh, that ends up with kind of a I was gonna say a cool pattern on the bottom, but there's always that seam.
Unfortunately. Don't think we can escape it either. But at the right angle it looks sort of neat. Looks almost intended.
Free textures.
Next booth is 18,000, we can afford that. Let's replace the excessive house, shall we? It has made enough children cry.
love the picture in the back of Pottery.
Everyone's snapping shots of God. Everyone's just photographing its belly. What the hell are you doing? Perverts.
No, the showroom doesn't really use space very efficiently.
No. Just a long line of stupid stuff. Oh, another letter.
Also, you want more of a bird around
Let's
the
see here. Oh, hey.
artworks?
Hello is apparently the most expensive piece I've made so far.
I don't doubt it.
How?
Can we really get rid of it right now? There we go.
Ladies love the nose. Oh, and now we can have fish.
Fish.
I have no interest in fish. Can get some of the stupid gradations. Like the dark green to snot green one. Right.
I sent you some textures that might be of use.
Ah. Perfect. This is everything I needed. Excuse me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen, while I... Especially like the one that has just eye stock all over it.
Oh, yeah. How do you open Discord DMs? Right click on anybody's name and then click message.
Either that or just scream open Discord DMs into your microphone. That works too. They don't want you to know that though, so it's not in the manual.
Alright. This one is a bullet. I don't know. That looks kind of cool.
Yeah. So super neat.
Figured I'd go for a slightly more artistic piece this time. It's a fountainhead basically. See what sort of interesting textures we can put onto this, courtesy of Buddy Gripple. Oh god, the heating just didn't move. What the Christ. Okay, the game did not like this design. I think that's the first time I've actually failed one of the firing steps.
Damn. Does that affect how it looks in any way if you really fail hard?
No, unfortunately not.
That's
This game is not that deep. Alright. Let's pop out and grab this. There you go.
We're gonna be like, is it made of ceramic? Or is it made of wood?
Did he just lathe this out of a tree? You'll never
Yeah.
know.
It's very postmodernist. Oh.
I think this image might work better.
Pizza time. Yeah, that does look pretty good.
Only issue is that people will be gnawing on it.
Mm. Put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's so
Still
fucking
rank S.
horrible.
Pizza time.
Just slap that baby on there right away. We ain't gonna make anything better than this today.
No.
Now let's make what Greeder requested earlier.
What's that? Oh. The tiny base.
Yeah.
The physical impossibility. This is giving me an idea for one that's like a hunk of donor meat on a spit.
Kebab.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. It's time to make the dono. Somehow this became cooking simulator instead of masterwork, but who cares at this point? I am kinda hungry actually, but hey. I always am, so that's not really a point of concern at this point.
The only donor kebab texture I can find is the Shutterstock logo.
Don't worry, we'll improvise with the image you sent earlier.
Ends up very dark.
Well roasted meat.
Guess that's something to keep in mind for the black clay in the future.
The glaze still comes through.
It's good.
There we go, a meat popsicle.
I'm so confused right now.
It's kebab. People get hungry when they're at the gallery.
Think you've cooked it a bit too long.
Double S rank confirmed. Critics are traveling from around the world to look at this fantastic kebab. They're like, how did he even...
In the future, they're gonna call this our food period, our hungry period.
The hungry period, yeah. This is when he wasn't getting his snacks. We've also hit the max number of exhibits. That's neat. There is also a renovation feature that is coming soon. It has said that since I bought the game several months ago. You know how it is.
Whoever put this together, probably after this started selling, got more money than they've ever seen in their life, so no need. Kind of look mobile gaming.
What's this mobile game?
Seems like it. Sam.
The only place I've seen it for sale is on Steam, so you know.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Google
Well,
Update.
there are some things that start out as mobile games that they can't get it on a store, so they just switch it to PC. That happens sometimes.
Of the pieces we now just put out, the kebab is doing the best.
Clearly.
For good reason.
People like kebab. It's that simple.
I mean,
unread letters.
in real life, if you made a piece of pottery that looks like doner kebab, it would get way more like Facebook shares than one that is actually artistic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness,
Let's
something
be honest.
Let's see, the fellow who bought the shell is donating because he thinks it looks so nice in his house. Also, he shrunk it extremely.
This picture he took for the gram.
That's a big coffee.
That's the...
Well, we're making a lot of money here. A shame we're running out of things to spend it on, unless the store has now unlocked something super cool. That's a pleasant pattern. Let's buy that. I was like that we first got some rather archaic fish down, and then we just went straight down into modernist fish. Alright, we got an empty spot. It's time to create a masterwork, y'all.
I'm gonna make some tea, so.
How can we top the kebab?
Tea, of course. Here we go. Big ass cup of tea. Rank B. They hated it, Buddy Gripple. God damn it. You've screwed this art gallery over with your stupid ideas.
Wasn't that the plan?
Ah, I see. There has been a general misunderstanding.
What did we end up making?
A teacup, just like you suggested, but they hated it.
Oh.
That doesn't sound like tea, but alright.
Yeah, I settled for seltzer.
Pretty okay with this thing.
Yeah.
Have we made the bong yet?
Don't think so.
I'm just saying.
We have a stem right there. Worked just fine. I mean, literally, just put this on the lower part and this will literally be a bong. I mean, technically. Amazing.
My god, JC. A bong. YouTube video blocked. Not fit for children's television.
Violated kappa or something.
Like that YouTube asked me 4 times whether or not my account was for children. I said no. But do you have children's programming? No. Do you upload content for children? No. And then they asked 2 weeks later, are you sure? Yes. Do I look like the kind of man they'd let near children? Come on, son.
I don't know. Why do you think your videos are not children safe?
That's exactly the issue. They're too child safe. They want something more exciting.
Just gotta start putting adults only in every title. People will be disappointed when there's not hardcore pornography. On
Triple
YouTube.
X, a hardcore stream action.
I'm not feeling the cyan. I've gotta do something about that.
Alright, any color you would like to suggest?
I like the metal glaze.
Can't make a bong out of I was thinking like red with some orange accents. How about that?
Hmm.
would work. Yeah. Shall this be the one we put all the fish on?
I see inspiration struck once again.
Born to bong.
This is gonna be triple S. Okay. 1/3 right. Barney the dinosaur.
Let us not speak of the devil needlessly, shall we?
Mm.
Right, let's visit the pottery shop, because now we're starting to run out of content to show. Now, unfortunately, it costs inspiration to sell things, but you can go here to put things on
Because you're
sale.
selling out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of interesting mechanics to use inspiration to sell things.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the community tab for this game, you will see that some people have put a lot of effort into making cool stuff. The only issue is that takes time and preparation, since you need to do all the painting outside of the game and then import it as an image.
Show bong twice. Why not?
Well, it's the most hottest thing.
Yeah, it's building up a lot of heat. People can't wait to take a rip of
Better
that
should
shit.
build up some heat, else it won't work.
Yeah. It's kebab.
Kebab, pizza, a bong. Sounds like you have a fun evening ahead of you.
I was about to say, we're gonna have a good time. Well, that's pretty much what the game has to offer right now. Also, I'd like to point out that once you... my experience ticker up here for my skill level has just stopped.
Oh?
I realize that now that it's not moving anymore at all. I mean, I maxed out the skill level a while back, because that's how you actually unlock certain tools. Like, for example, that you can't actually import images until you reach skill level 5, which takes about an hour and a half of playing. So I guess they wanted to prevent the average streamer from just going and putting up lots of badly hidden pornographic images on the Pottery and then uploading that to YouTube. Then we have publicity. Where the most expensive form of advertisement is web media.
Sure. Gotta pay those Instagram influencers.
It is also so ludicrously expensive, I have no idea when you're ever supposed to use it. Because there's no way of making your money back on these.
I like how with web media it says, like, advocacy in online media, which To me, suggest you're straight up just hiring chills.
Well, this is a Chinese game. Alright.
Alright, what next?
What next indeed? What's next is that I say thank you for watching everyone, and thanks you for joining me, guys, and helping me make all this fantastic pottery.
Yes.
No problem.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
keep
laugh
up
it
the-
up, laugh it up.
You know it's
Thank-
great.
Thanks for watching everyone.